Okay, so this is the second video of my reflection. Hopefully it goes better than the first one. Last Monday before our Thanksgiving break, we video conferenced with Matthew Patten, and he's actually a PV alumni and he graduated a few years ago. But he's studying at American University right now, which is located in Washington, D.C., and it's like a really, really good school in political science. And well, obviously it would be because it's right next to Washington. That's like the hub of politics in the U.S., but it's really, really good in that area. So he's studying international relations, and he's studying a semester abroad in Belgium, which is what he was talking about. And he was actually video conferencing with us from Belgium in the house of the family who took him in. That's where he's staying, which is I think he said 5 or 10 minutes out of Brussels. And that was really cool because, in light of the recent news that's been going on in France and all the terrorism that's been going on in Europe, Brussels actually went on complete lockdown because it's such a big part of the European politics. Like that's where NATO is located, and it has a lot of important aspects to it. So that was deemed to be like a really high risk target. So they actually went on lockdown, and he was right outside of it, and he was experiencing everything firsthand, which I thought was really cool. And he gave us like firsthand experience, like you have curfews and you're not allowed to be outside for long, and some people just aren't allowed to go outside at all. And I just thought that was crazy because of like the measures that Belgium's actually taking to enforce safety in their country and make the people, I guess, feel safe, and the citizens feel more comfortable in light of everything that's been going on in France and the massacres that happened there just a few weeks, like a week ago or so. He also talked about, in terms of his major, he was talking about how he got interested in it. And again, he's studying international relations, and he was talking about how CITVC was actually the main thing that got him interested in international relations and the world of government and politics and all of that. And I really connected like highly with him on that level because last year I took AP Government and I really liked it a lot, but it's like a completely different world when you go into CITVC. It's like all of the articles that you read online and all of the like the New York Times and everything and all the words, like you get to put faces on all of these stories and you get to make them come alive. Like you know that these things are real, like people are dying. It's like it's kind of like it takes you aback for a second because for like a lot of our lives in our education system we're taught in such a like a narrow-minded viewpoint, like a perspective. Like I think the majority of the population, or like the popular thought, is that America is like a superior country and that we're superior in every single category that there is in education, in politics, in food, like you name it, we're the top. And that's not the case. And when we study these worlds and these places and these people, we get to see that. We get to see that there's terror in the world, but then there's like also positive aspects that come out of different countries. Like we're not the only country that offers freedom, and that's what like a lot of people think. Like there's a ton of nations across the world, albeit not all of them, but a lot of them offer the same opportunities that the United States offers. So I think that's really interesting to see how like my eyes just opened when I came into CITVC because I don't know. I think I've gotten to see such a different side of the learning world, and it's helped me like find what I like. And I really, really like learning about all these things and exploring my horizons and wanting to make like my own impact. Just like Matt said, like he felt when he was in the same chairs that we were sitting in that he wanted to make his impact, and even though it's corny, like he still wanted to do it. So by him saying that, like, it makes me feel like, okay, maybe I can have my little impact on the world, or help a little with all of like the negativity that goes on, like have a hand in making the world a better place. You know what I mean? So he was also talking about how, like, we asked him how rough it was being in Belgium and studying abroad because you're by yourself. And I have an older brother, actually, who, when he just graduated from college, but when he went away to college, it was like a big transition. Like, he's lived in my house my entire life, and I'm really used to having him around, and especially like in his perspective, he's used to having his family around all the time, and he moved about 4 hours out from where we live, so that was a really, really big transition from him being alone every single day and only getting to see his family a few times during the year. That I thought that was really difficult. So putting myself in Matt's shoes, I felt bad for him, but I also commend him for wanting to take that opportunity and explore his independence and, like, I guess, spread his wings, because that's what life's about. It's about like taking all that you've learned from what your family teaches you and your parents teaches you, and taking all those aspects and building yourself up so that you can become your own unique individual and become independent in a positive way. Like, explore your horizons and travel the world and still stay connected to the people who you love, but becoming your own person at the same time. So I thought this particular conference was really enlightening and helpful, and I'm really thankful that he gave us all that insight and all of his experience in college, especially since we're going into college in a few months. So yeah, I thought it was really helpful, and I'm really thankful that we had this video conference with him, and I'd like to video conference with him again, see how things are going in Belgium, or get more information about the college life, because he was really, really helpful.